Hello everyone, welcome again to Level Change channel. My name is Claudio Fonseca. I'm a real world pilot, and today we are going to test the FS2CREW co-pilot. So first of all, I would like to thanks to Brian Work and all the FS2CREW team that gave me a copy of this for me to test, and also to do this live stream to you. So what I have is FS2CREW 737 SOP1, which is the SOP very close to the SOP developed by Boeing, and the SOP that I teach you guys here on this channel. And I also got the animated FO. So today I will have an FO, and we are going to see the FO on the cockpit. Okay, so if we go inside the airplane for a minute, let's see. And if I look to my right side, there he is. Okay, we do have an animated first officer. Let's see how this first officer reacts today. So let's see how FS2CREW handles the Boeing SOP, and how the FO is going to help me with this flight. One thing that I'm doing that is against FS2CREW team recommendation is that I'm going to stream, I'm going to talk to you, and I'm also going to use the voice command. Okay, but to use the voice command while I talk to you, I included a press to talk button. So when I need to talk to my first officer today, I'm going to use the push to talk button. So I'm not going to do any command using my buttons, but I will have to press a button to talk to my FO today. Okay, so that's what we are going to see. One thing that I'm going to do now is to give you the flight simulator and my headset's audio. So you are going to hear the airplane, and you are also going to hear the FO. I'm going to do some settings here, and please guys, let me know if the audio for the airplane or for the first officer or for GSX, we'll be using GSX as well, is too loud, or you cannot hear. Okay, because I still need to adapt all the volumes here to give you a better immersion on these products all together. Okay, so I think everything is running smoothly so far, and we can start. So the first thing that we are going to do, I'm going to explain you what I did so far. So I selected 737 by PMDG, position here in on the ground in Boston. Then I use the FMC to go to FMC setup, state load, and I selected cold and dark. After selecting cold and dark, the next step that I did, I went to FS actions, ground services, and I changed the PAX entry to jetway, and I also request the jetway. So as you can see, the jetway is connected here. Okay, so that's it. I didn't do anything else. Then I started the application. I started the FS2CREW SOP1 animated first officer. Okay, so I noticed I did one test before just to check if the SOP was working. This is the first time that I open with the first officer, and I realized that I can press a button to start all the floats. But I'm going to check if we can use that phrase, let's start setting up, to see if the FO do something. Okay, so I will press the PTT button and say, let's start setting up.
Set. Roger.
Ah, okay. So First thing that he did was, okay, I'm not touching anything. GSX and FS2CREW is doing all the work. So he chose everything to me, and the first officer is now doing the electrical power up supplementary procedure, okay, which is quite nice, quite good. Cadu Batera, fico imaginando usar VR com FS2CREW como seria. Eu também, cara, ia ficar louco. Só de olhar pro lado e ver e ver o copiloto aqui já ficou estranho. So my friend here said in Portuguese that would be really nice, most probably, to use a VR and FS2CREW together, and I say that is really weird just to look to the right side and see a first officer here. So yeah, he's doing some tests. Let's see how it goes. So basically on the preliminary, electrical power up, he turned on the battery, then he checked a couple of things that will move with electrical AC power, and then he started the APU. So he just started the APU, and we are waiting him to take the APU on the bus. The APU is not started yet. Takes around 1 minute to do it. And let's see how it goes today. So APU is available. Of course, I think when you plan application just like FS2CREW, you are not monitoring constantly
APU on the buses.
if the APU is on the bus or not. You just give the software a little bit more time, and then you select APU on bus like he just did. So the APU is on the bus. Okay, I'm going to use the GSX messages on the left side, upper left side of the screen, because I want to see how the boarding is working for today, because we need to complete boarding to close the doors. Okay, so electrical power up is complete. The next step is the preliminary pre-flight procedure. So I'm going to tell my FO, you are clear for preliminary pre-flight procedure. So it does not really work this way. So if I go to the manual, I'm going to see that he does the electrical power up. Okay, and then when we are 22 minutes to go, he's going for the walk around. Okay, so no, he did the electrical power up, and when it's 23 minutes to go, he does the preliminary pre-flight procedure. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so he's starting now the preliminary pre-flight procedure. He's supposed to take the IRS to nav. Let's see. I'm going to wait him to do this first step before I start working on my things, so I'm pretty sure that everything is working then. So let's see how it works. Yep, so IRS is on nav. What else are you going to do, my friend? Okay, so he's checking a couple of things on the top. This one, actually on the real plane, you need to stand up to do. That's why he's not doing. He was supposed to be standing up to do all these tests. So everything else he's going to do standing up, and then we are going to see. So basically what he's doing now, he's taking the IRS, testing flight recorder, testing the engine panel, also Mach overspeed warning test, and he...
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, so he tried to set the parking brake, but to set the parking brake we need to actually brake. So I selected realistic mode on the PMDG. That's something that we have to change. So I'm going to set a parking brake for him. Actually, this is a captain step anyway. Okay, so I'm going to check here now as he's out for the walk around, and you can see that he moved away from here, which is really nice. So I'm going to go to the electronic flight bag, and I'm going to, let me just see something. because there was something from GSX. Okay, catering services were completed. Let me just see outside. Yeah, everything is fine. So I'm going to request data from SimBrief, and I'm going to check departure weather from Boston 110 at 16, and altimeter is 3037. Okay, so that's what we need for now, so I can do my FMC preparation. So I go to FMC, model, engine rating, and navigation data is correct. Then I'm going to depart from Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra. I'm going to use the GPS position to set my inertial position. The route, I'm departing Boston to Kilo Juliet Foxtrot Kilo, and we are Southwest Airlines 1986. Then I'm going to request the plan and Boston JFK. So I'm going to set payload through here. Yes, I'm going to set payload through here. I'm going to set fuel from here, and I'm going to select the route as well. I don't want to do all these things while I'm testing FS2CREW, because it's something. Okay, activate services at Bravo 22. So what he's going to do now, I have no idea. But anyway, I have to load this route. Why GSX is here on top of my screen, I don't really know. Just taking this off. Okay. So route data uplink, we have our route, so I can activate, execute, and then we go performance initialization. I'm going to request this one as well. Only the flight level that we are supposed to fly was supposed to be here somewhere, right? Aircraft cost index, zero fuel weight. No, flight level is not here. So we take from here flight level 220. That's most probably the only difference.
Hi. The security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
So the cabin crew just asked if we can start boarding. I will say yes, please. Yes, please. It's not working. Let me try. Affirmative. Am I supposed to have a different... Am I supposed to have a different one? Okay, guys, let me just try to take... secondary K. Let me see here. Maybe this is going to work. Let me see if I say affirmative. No. Go for it. Go for it. Yes, please. Yes, please. Affirmative. Why the boarding is not working? Before it worked out quite well for me. That's why I'm already trying. So the first time that I did without the first officer was working fine. And I cannot say anything. Okay. Looks like I'm not talking to her. So push to talk key. Main key. So yeah, I was supposed to talk to her through my voice recognition. Affirmative. What is it taking? Yes, please. So I cannot ask for boarding now. So how I'm going to do? Maybe I'm going to change to the button mode to say yes. No, it didn't help. Oh my god. So here I have a voice command assist. Let me see what the manual is saying about it. At 19 minutes, respond yes, please, go for it, or okay. So, let me see. Affirmative. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So it's not requesting GSX. Go for it. Okay, so it's not working. I'm going to request it with my voice anyway, and I'm going to do select GSX option 4. Very strange. Very strange. It recognized my voice, but it didn't do request boarding here, which I'm doing manually. Anyway, okay, so I don't really know what happened. I'm still learning a little bit.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Okay, thank you. So the first officer is back. No issues on the walk around. Okay, so let's take our departure runway here. Most probably runway 4 left is the closest one for us on the Logan 4 departure. And then in New York, we are going to see departure 3 to runway 22 left. Yep, on New York, 22 left, ILS. Oh, very loud. Let me know, guys, if it's very loud for you as well. I'm going to use my mixer here to bring the passengers volume down. Let me know how you think. Cara, ele não falou muita coisa. Ele deveria ter falado o copiloto aqui, tá? Falou pouca coisa. Devia estar saindo na live aí sim. Se mais alguém puder confirmar aí. If somebody else can confirm if you can hear for the first officer or not. And what's our flight is from say today. So from say. So the route is complete. Takeoff page we are going to check really soon once we have our data, and I'm going to do my pre-flight procedure here. So I want to see traffic, I want to see airports, flight directors, and auto throttle. So then oxygen mask is tested. Flight director is there. Altimeter 3037 is set. All checked here. For departure, I'm going to take the ILS out of view, and this is supposed to be standby. Okay. So my FO is still here doing the pre-flight. So he already turned on yaw damper, emergency lights. I don't know why he did this to this fuel pump. Makes no sense. I'm turning it off anyway. Window heat he turned on as well. Selected the altitude, landing altitude, all fine. So here he's all fine. He selected the auto brake to RTO, but because we have no pressure, we'll have to take distance B and back to RTO.
Hi, here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Okay.
Welcome. Have a
So
nice flight.
so now we just hear FS2CREW talking. Let me know if you didn't hear anything, because then I have to check how you were supposed to hear everything. So this is my first officer, and I will ask set 2000 on the transponder.
Set.
Okay, 2000 is set there. He did what I asked for, and now we can do pre-flight checklist. Now you are supposed to hear him. Everything.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto.
Altiliano Charali Fonseca tá conseguindo. Show. Obrigado. Thank you so much.
Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 329, altimeter 3037.
Heading 329. Altimeter 3037. Parking brake.
Thank you, Atiliano. Obrigado. Set. Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Thank you so much. So pre-flight checklist is complete. We'll be waiting the passengers to finish boarding, and also we can see the departure here. So we are going out on the Logan 4 departure. So it's radar vectors for runway 4 right and left. We climb heading 035, 4 miles from Boston. We turn right heading 090. So this is our initial turn, 4 miles heading 090. Top altitude is 5,000. Okay, that's what we have. So I'm going to select here top altitude as 5,000. Another thing that we need to see is that on the airport chart now, the runway heading initially is runway 4 left 035. So 035 on the heading. 035 it is on the heading. And the next step, our taxi is going to be really short. As you can follow here, we are going to taxi via, I don't even know which taxiway. Oh, this is Echo. So we taxi via Echo. Let me see if we have a better chart of this. Yeah. So this is a better chart, closer for us. So we are going to push back here on Alpha, and then we are going to taxi via, we can continue Alpha, then left on Kilo to take off full length from runway 4 left. Okay, so performance data, 4 left for now. I'm going to take all the data from the airplane, and I'm going to import this weather. 120 at 12. I'm going to use only half of it. Okay, so we got the final, the load sheet. if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we got the load sheet, so we can confirm our weight. And this is the way that we have for takeoff. So I'm going to use 63.5. And I'm going to calculate with 63.5. So we have a takeoff 1, 45 degrees, flaps 5, speeds 138, 139, and 144. So takeoff 1, temperature is 45, and we calculated with 13. Takeoff flaps is 5, the actual CG, and the speeds are 38, 39, and 44. 38, 138, 139, and 144 is set. Trim is 5.67. Not a very good idea to use this camera. So 5.67. I'm going to take this to almost 6 then. It's more than 5.5. So this is 5.5, almost 6. Okay, so this is all set, and V2 is 144. So we can set here 144. We have our clearance today for this flight. So LNAV and VNAV, they are armed, and it's all set. So let me see if my first officer is working as well. Our departure. So I will ask set course on your side 035.
035. Set.
Okay, thank you so much. Arnon Lima, hey Fonseca, good copilot to help with procedures. yeah, but it's working. You see, it's working. Even if we say here on the chart, I can go to the departure chart. Logan 4, and let's see, we have an set 112.7 on nav 1. No, this is not the command I have to give him. Let me try to find the command. The command will be for this. Yeah, one. Let me see. On com 1. Set 112.70 on com 1.
Set.
But it's not there. So how did you set this? I think that is my mistake. We need to come here in PMDG setup, aircraft and equipment. Set this to classic. And I also need to go back in options, and I need to take the 80 knots and the VR call out because and the positive rate from here. Yeah, so all set, I think, for this. And let me see. Set 112.70 on nav 1.
Roger.
Yeah, now it works. Set 112.70 on nav 2.
019. Set.
019 on the head, you know. This I still want 035. set 112.70 on nav2.
Roger.
Okay, so I need to talk to him slowly, and it's going to work. And these radios, they need to be on the classic. They cannot be on the MMR, okay, on the mode receiver panel. Okay, so this is very important. And that's it. We are waiting the passengers to board. So how many passengers do we have already? 141, so another 3 to go. Let's see. So here we continue. So they are going to close the door eventually. Are you ready for departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Any questions?
No questions.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance...
Oh, thank you, Arnom. Arnom is saying that I said COM1 instead of NAV1. Yeah. So then what's my mistake?
Also review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
Set 121.50 on COM2.
Set.
250. Set 121.50 on COM2.
Roger.
Set 121.500 on COM2. Let's see. We need.
Set.
Let's see. Yeah, now it works. Set 122.800 on COM1.
Set.
COM1, not COM2. Set. Sorry, that's okay. Yeah, he did 122.8 is on the left side, but he used this display, so he set it correctly, just using the wrong one. Usually in real life we just go to the left side instead of using the panel itself. Okay, so we are almost ready to go.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Clear to close, short taxi.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. Okay, so the doors are closed. Let me go. Ground from flight deck. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Can we pressurize the hydraulics?
Roger. You're clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Thank you. So he did everything. Looks fine. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. MCP.
V2144 heading 035, altimeter 5000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1138, VR139, V2144.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light. On. Before start checklist complete.
Thank you so much. So let's see if what GSX is going to do. So he's removing the jetway.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information.
Boa noite, comandante Fonseca. Bom voo aí. Obrigado, Paulo. Testando aqui o FS2CREW e o meu copiloto aqui, ó. So, Paulo just sent me a message, and now also Arnon Lima on Prepare 3D have it all that features. Yes, I just received the copy for the Prepare 3D without the animated FO, but all the features are going to work, and I'm going to bring a video about it as well.
Keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for doors.
So, I just want to check,
Equipped with an escape slip.
because it's not asking for pushback.
Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open an oxygen mask.
So it's not requesting the pushback for us, but I'm going to use this one and say the
Flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be
select the GSX option 5.
Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the ends. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted
Okay.
in the cabin or lab.
So now it's going to connect. I don't know why my pushback is not connecting automatically.
Located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
And this and all this noise from the cabin crew I didn't like, so I'm going to remove somehow. I don't know how I do it. Oh, the cabin crew PA volume I'm going to reduce. Then it's going to be very, very low. Okay. So start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Ok. Ficou show. Pois é, Paulo. Tá legal. Ainda algumas coisas que eu preciso ajustar. Preciso ver como funcionam, mas tá bom. So the FS2CREW is working fine. There are a couple of things that I still have to check. I still have to learn about the procedure itself, how to deal with the application. But it's working fine. So far it's working fine. The only problem for us right now was the beginning of the boarding and the beginning of pushback. So 2 things that work with GSX. Select GSX option 2.
Heading select.
No, not heading select, my friend. Select GSX option 2. Yeah. Now it worked. I'm going to take heading cell off. So I have to release parking brake. One thing that I'm going to do really fast now is that the sound, I want this on my headphone. Okay, pushback is going to start. Yep, here we go, and we are clear to start. So let's see what my FO does. Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
So packs off. Engine starts with to ground. That's it.
Oil pressure.
Oil pressure, okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Fuel. And there we go. It's not very hot outside, but between engine start 2 and 1, I'm going to use air conditioning for the passengers. So I'm going to ask the FO to isolate a pack. after engine start.
Starter cutout.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask him now. Isolate a pack.
Pack isolated.
Thank you. And they ask me for parking brake. Start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
And here on the GSX, select GSX option 1.
Full pressure.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Good. And now, fuel. There we go. After the engine start, let's see our first officer working. Oh, it's unlocking gear. That's it. Good so far.
Starter cutout.
Thank you. Okay. Generators, they are on the bus. Back, bleed. APU, bleed, APU. Engine start switches. Flaps 5. So I'm going to do my flight controls check. Ground crew is gone. Flight controls check complete. So he was supposed to take these to the system out. I don't know why he didn't do. Anyway, and now before taxi checklist. You didn't hear me? Before taxi checklist. Thank you.
Before taxi checklist. Generators. On. Probe heat. On. Anti-ice. Off. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Okay, so we can start our taxi. Second left, and we go to Kilo. Okay, I'm going. Okay, so left side is clear. I'm going to tell him left, clear. No, clear left. Clear left.
Clear right.
Thank you so much. Now taxi light is on, thank you. And we can start moving. Now maybe I had to wait him to do this thing. Yeah, he will do it eventually. Okay, cabin is...
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm going to take weather on my side. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.75 units. 5.75 units. 5.7 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Thank you. So I cannot say 7.5, so it's just that and that. Okay. Runway entry procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach.
Thank you. And TCAS. Yeah.
Ready to go.
Thank you so much. Takeoff. Thanks. %. Set takeoff thrust.
Thrust set. $80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
LNAV. Autopilot.
Autopilot on.
Thank you. There we go. Preparing for the heading 090. So thrust reduction, airplane accelerating. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1 set.
Flaps up.
Speed checked.
So we are going to fly direct to SOX now.
Flaps up set.
Thank you. So he's doing the after takeoff procedure. Engine start switch continuous. Auto brake off. Landing gear up and off. Very nice. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. 1,000 to level. After release
Checked.
the cabin crew.
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, of course I need to set higher altitude. Today's 220. I forgot about it. 220 and 1 VNAV speed. There we go. It helps a lot. Yeah, it does help. A couple of things that I need to make sure I have the right sequence for boarding and for pushback. I still have to work on those two things. But otherwise, everything else is really smooth. So guys, any questions, any comments about this? I know most of the Brazilian community that is here watching this live stream already had previous experience, at least on live streams, with the Perna do Vento channel, so I made a few different selections here. Like I don't need to do the flight controls check, at least not verbally with the FO. In real life would be nice to do only the rudder, because flight controls check is not a big issue, but the rudder, the FO is supposed to follow you through. So let's see. I will help them to develop, if everything works fine, to develop the FS2CREW for the 777 as well. So I don't know if they are going to add as another SOP, or if this is going to be treated as the standard Boeing SOP. So this changed automatically. I don't know why.
10,000.
Okay, 10,000. That's checked. Any lights off? Turn off lights off. Taxi light goes off as well.
Release cabin.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters,
Okay,
or any other
that's
form of
out.
transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
So I don't want to hear actually these announcements from the cabin crew. So, but I'm leaving for this live stream today, just for you to understand that this is something that comes with FSI panel as well. Okay, so it's not something that we hear in real life from the cockpit. So I'm going to reduce the volume to 0 for this, so I don't hear these announcements. But that's it. As you can see, nothing else to do. It's a short flight. As this is a short flight, I'm going to prepare for this arrival with my FO help. So let's go to flight details, arrival, and Kennedy 18018 gusting 27. Okay, so I think I'm going to need to select this speed by myself, because this 18 knots from 220, runway is 220, so that means runway heading is 220 for runway 22 left, and so it's coming 40 degrees from the left, so this is going to be roughly 60% of this wind. I can assume that the wind with these 18 knots, 60% of that will be something like 10, then okay, 10 is like 5. So we are going to have 5 for the headwind plus 9 for the gust. So actually we are going to have VREF plus 14 today. So that's something that I will have to check with you and with my first officer today. So this is the Part 3 arrival. Okay, we are already flying here, and we are going to land on ILS 22 left. Then after landing on ILS 22 left, we are going to taxi on airport, yeah, and terminal 4. I don't, no, that's not the one that I selected. We are going to park here. I'm going to show you guys. We are going to park today at the position 15 here, okay? So 15, which is Alpha 15 for our simulator, okay? So basically we are going to do this arrival. Everything is on the computer, but I just want to make sure. We are going to fly from, what is the next step here? Stays, from Stays. Where is, oh, from here, from Sandpoint. So Sandpoint, there's no restriction, Parch, no restriction, Carverton 250 and 12,000. Parch, Carverton 250 and 12,000. On the descent speed, I'm going to change this to checked. 1000 to level off is checked, so 250 knots on the descent. Okay, and then after Carverton, rubber 9000. Rubber. I don't know why this is not here. Sorry, and then CREW and Capit. Okay, CREW and Capit. Rubber, CREW, Capit, and let's check our match heading.
2, 3, 0. Set.
Transition set standard.
Standard set.
So my mistake, I didn't set the standard before. So we are going to go on the level change and back to VNAV. N1 VNAV speed. Yep. So what I was doing, yeah, I was going to check after Craig. We go to Capit, and then from Capit, Rosley is really close, so we are going to go Zaupo. So yeah, we are going to do like this, like a vector towards Zaupo, which is not a big deal. Okay, so this is back to map. Center is no need. Let's increase this. Okay, and our approach itself, runway 22 left. So we need, yeah, let's ask him. Set 110.90 on nav 1.
Roger.
Yeah, 110.90 is there. Set 110.90 on nav 2.
Roger.
Set 224. Não é isso que eu tenho que falar. Not that I have to say. Is set course 224 on your side. Set course 224 on your side. Sorry, not the right command. I always have a mistake for this one. The command, let me find here on for the course. It's like this. It's different. Set course on your side 224.
224. Set.
Okay, and I'm going to do it on my side as well. 224. And minimas is 212. So minimas for this one, 212. So that is something here on the FSI, sorry, not the FSI panel, which is another very good application. On FS2CREW, that is something that they called the briefing. And for the briefing, we are going to follow arrival, ILS, landing flaps will be 30 with bleeds on, runway is dry, auto brake, let's check what is our auto brake for today. so I can go on performance 2, landing and route, select runway 22 left, import details from the airplane, VREF plus 14 today. Wind, we are going to use the current one, so brake 3 is good. Let's see about brake 2. No, brake 2 is not enough, so we go brake 3, and I'm going to use full reverse for today's landing because of the higher speed. So the auto brake, I have to tell the application that is going to be 3. Single engine taxi is going to be yes. We are going to go to a gate. APU after landing. No, let's do a delay start because the threat is just birds. What is final sector? No, it's not the final sector. Minimum altitude will be 212. Missed approach altitude for today, I think, is 2,000 feet or something like that. Uh, 3,000 feet. So missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet, and final approach fix is 1,800. Okay, that's it. So everything is set here for our flight. So what I can do, are we ready for the briefing? Maybe I have to tell him, you have controls?
I have control.
Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Go ahead.
So instead of okay, so in this case, any questions?
No questions.
I have controls. So let me see what he's doing. Yeah, he's selecting the auto brake 3. The speed. Yeah, the speed is good. But
You have control.
okay, so the speed is good, but so for flaps 30 actually we are going to need 14 knots because of the wind today, so it's going to be, oh no, this is incorrect. Flaps 30 is correct, the only difference is here on the wind correction. So all set. Yeah, no problem. I'm just want to keep this on the cruise page. So now I have controls again, and I think everything is ready. Let me see what you guys are saying. Arnon Lima, he helps a lot, but every time he goes to the overhead panel, lifting up his arm and then down, then up again. Yeah, he could do it at once, right? So I don't know if I'm going to use the animated FO or not. It's quite weird to have somebody here on my side, but for the people that wants a better immersion, that is nice, because at least you can see when he's doing something instead of just looking for the buttons. But I think once you master this application and everything runs smooth, you don't need somebody physically doing it, because most of the time you are looking forward anyway. But today, as we are trying to figure out what he's going to do, it's helping to have the animated FO instead of just looking to the switches without any clue about it. So yeah, that's a good flight. You depart and fly to the initial arrival fix. Yeah, it's a nice flight. Short flight to test this application. So descent checklist, please.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 0 feet. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
VREF 3144, minimums barrel 212 feet.
VREF 1 4. Minimums 2, 1, 2, 7 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
And I just missed my... Oops, I was at the right place. I just missed the altimeter 3045. Okay, so let's pre-select here 3045. Yep. So nothing else to do. We are about to start our descent. We got clearance to go down, flight level or better altitude 12,000 feet. Once we leave our cruise level, we can set our altimeters and request for the approach checklist. So there we are. Oh, this is Long Beach. É como Praia Grande aí no Brasil, né? Long Beach. So the name of this place is because there is a long straight line beach here, just like in Brazil we have Praia Grande. Sun is there, or is that... yeah, that's the sun. We are really close to start our descent. There we go. So let's start our descent by now pressing altitude intervention. I don't know why he's on the center mode. Makes no sense. And yep, let me see if I can make a few changes on the FS2CREW SOP for the 777 at least. A couple of details, like FO always selecting the range one click above, so zooming out one time from the pilot flying, because then it's really nice. For example, I'm flying with 20 miles, which is the best for me, and then I can see on the other side the rest of my route. So every time I change to get closer to the fix, would be nice to have the FO selecting something less, or at least having 20 to 40 miles after the after takeoff checklist, and maybe 80 miles to, or 160 miles on the cruise, and then on the descent back to 40, on the approach back to 20, on the landing back to 10 or something like that. So I will check if the FS2CREW guys are able to do something like that, so we would have the FO actually working as well on his navigation display. Of course, anytime I want to see or do something different I can check, but that's why we have our own site, because in real life that's what I do as pilot monitoring. I just keep one click above the pilot flying, so I give you him better situational awareness of what is about after what he's seen on his navigation display. So that's how I try to work as pilot monitoring. And if I'm pilot flying, I just selected whatever I need. And of course, during flight, any of us that need to check something, we can zoom in and zoom out, but at least we will not be manipulating the pilot monitoring navigation display, and even though there will be something on the navigation display that will help us. So I will talk to FS2CREW guys and to see if they can do it. So I'm going to even take notes for like the navigation display zoom or range, which is the correct name for it. Yeah, and the two problems that I had was boarding and pushback that didn't start from GSX. Boarding because it didn't recognize my command to start boarding, and the pushback I have no clue why it didn't start. I will read documentation one more time before sending them a question. So transition set 3045.
3, 0, 4, 5. Set.
Thank you so much. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters?
3045 set.
3, 0, 4, 5. Set. Approach checklist completed.
Yeah. So I really think in real life it's better for the pilot monitoring to call transition and then the other guy saying set whatever. But yeah, let's see if we can do something like this as well. It's like on the departure saying transition and then we say set standard, or we say even before transition, if the pilot flying say set altimeter to standard or set altimeter 303, in this case 3045, then you just ignore the callouts for transition altitude or whatever. Okay, so let me see. That's another thing I want to talk to them to see if it works. Man, rubber by 9,000. Let me just see something here. Rubber by 9,000. Then we have 14 miles. It's descending. Okay, in 14 miles it can go down 3,000 feet, which is roughly what it's doing. And then we have 13 miles to go down another 3,000 feet and reducing. So, yeah, this 9,000 is quite a little bit tight for this approach, but we can do it, I think. We'll figure out really soon. We'll figure out really soon. Now we have to wait for 10,000 feet. So you still can see the Long Beach to the left. I really like the sun reflecting on the fuselage. I really like Microsoft Flight Simulator visuals. I really like PMDG airplane. So this is a great combination, and so far FS2CREW is doing the job. So I really recommend the application as well. As I said, I still have to work on the boarding and on the pushback, but I'm pretty sure those are my settings, maybe my GSX settings or my FS2CREW settings. I have to work on those things to make sure we are at the same page and everything is going to run smoothly. So even for the GSX, I think it can set my payload, and maybe I can get the feel from PMDG. So maybe that's something that I'm going to also include on my flows here, to ask for PMDG fuel truck, not the GSX one, so I can have progressive refueling. So maybe I'm going to include that one as well. So therefore removed his terrain. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll be reaching 12,000 feet soon. And after 12
level.
checked, so after 12,000 feet, we are on VNAV speed for some reason. We were supposed to be on path, but anyway, next altitude is going to be 9,000. Yeah, we are going to cross Carboton 300 feet above. Okay, not a big deal, because we'll be descending now and VNAV speed is going to engage really soon to maintain the path. So now we are getting closer, and let's see, with 150 knots, sorry, 150 feet, yep, FMC speed, VNAV path, it's working. So this is how precise PMDG airplane is. When you are 150 feet from the path and you are descending without speed intervention, the airplane changes to path. Some airplanes, even with speed intervention, it reverts to path. That's not something that is going to happen on the 777, I'm sure, because that's not the way the 777 was designed. So those are the difference that you are going to see. I'm just waiting to see 10,000 feet here, and LLL says, I'm 21 today, celebrating with a chocolate cake, a trip to Dollar Wigger for tea, and after dinner a lot of brown squeezed out protein log. Thank you, my friend. He was, this LLL was on the live stream yesterday as well. Thank you for your message again, and congratulations on your 21st birthday. So happy birthday to you. Thank you once again for being here watching this live stream. Today testing FS2CREW animated first officer with the SOP1, SOP1. So we are waiting for 10,000 feet, and let's see. My first officer here, his name is Stefan. His name is Stefan. So let's wait to see what Stefan are going to do at 10,000 feet. Almost there, almost there. There we go.
Outer marker, height checked. Missed approach altitude is not set.
Yeah, because the outer marker here is a mistake.
Level.
Checked.
10,000.
10,000, okay.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Okay, legs page there is nice. Lights. When are you going to set the other lights, my friend?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination.
So,
If you are making a connection to another flight,
lights at 10,000 feet turn off and taxi light should be on.
inside the terminal for connecting gate information.
Lights 10,000 feet on the descent, something that I selected here to talk to them.
We'll be collecting all service items.
So we'll be reaching 9,000. Next altitude is actually the outer marker. Final approach fix,
Preparation for landing.
1,800 feet.
Devices. Stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position, and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
There we go. Some weather around here, but we are going to be on the base of the clouds or even below, so not a big deal. It doesn't look quite well, but it's fine. Amazing graphics here with Flight Simulator 2020. I'm running these on a laptop, so I do not have a very nice system, but it's capable of dealing with most of the settings in high. And some of them I take it to low, some of them even off, like grass and bushes, because there is no point to see grass and bushes on Microsoft Flight Simulator. As I'm a real world pilot, I don't see them in flight as well. So I'm just taking this out because this is too much. But I do need some light, and this one was too much as well. So I'm just adjusting the lights here. Let me help my first officer. He's helping me today, so why not? So helping him as well, here and also here at the bottom. Good enough. Let's see how it's going to be the airplane deceleration today. As I told you, good weather around here, around New York area for this flight. The clouds of 2020 are amazing. You don't have weather radar, so it's Kjfk everywhere. Yes, Arnom, you're right. Actually, the weather radar is on, so it doesn't show anything. Means we can go through. Yeah. So that's it. Remember guys, we are going to use full reverse for today's landing because of our approach speed. Our VREF is 144 and we are using 14 knots on additives because of the wind. Let me make sure we have the correct one. Yeah, okay, now it's 200 at 15, so 15 at 200, this is 20 degrees from the runway, so it's going to make 14 knots headwind, and we can use 7 on the 14 divided by 2 is 7, so we can use 7 on the performance. We don't need 14 that we selected before. I don't even know why this is going to 20, but because now maximum by Boeing is 15. But anyway, we are calculating again. Let's see if brakes 2 is enough. No, I still go with brake 3 and full reverse. So that's it.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Okay, so the cabin is secure for our landing. Amazing. Great job from the cabin crew. We are about to start configuring our airplane. We are approaching the deceleration point and we are quite fast. So I'm going to do it a little bit before. So I just start reducing our speed. As you can see, we are on VNAV path on the 737 with speed window open on VNAV path. You can maintain the path itself. The airplane just reduced thrust lever to idle, so we can start reducing. As you can see, we are getting really close, so flaps 1.
Speed checked.
And the speed intervention is gone. Maximum speed for flaps 5 is 250 knots.
Flaps 1 set.
Thank you. Flaps 5.
Speed checked.
Our ILS is India, Whiskey,
Flaps 5 set.
Yankee. Localizer and glide slope are at the correct place, so we can arm the approach. Localizer and glide slope armed. I can even tell this to him. Localizer and glide slope armed.
Checked.
You see? He checked. So far, so good. So far, so good. No issues. There we go, there we go. Some rain around? Maybe. Maybe. So another reason to keep auto brake 3 and full reverse for today's landing. Okay, we are turning left towards Alpo. This was a flyover. Fine
How's the
approach.
level?
Thank you. Fine approach. Is 224. So we can ask for gear down, flaps 15.
Speed checked.
Arm speed brake.
Gear down.
We were supposed to do gear down first.
Flaps 15 set.
Thank you so much. We select engine start switch to continuous. Very nice. Localizer capture single channel. Glide slope captured. Missed approach. Altitude is 5,000. That's the runway. Flaps 30.
Speed checked.
144 plus 7 is 151 for today. Now flaps are going down to...
Flaps 30 set.
Thank you. Landing checklist.
Checked.
Not checked. Landing checklist. Landing checklist. Is not... okay.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed. Armed. Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps 1,000 feet.
Thank you.
Stable.
30 green light. Flaps 30 green light.
Landing checklist completed.
Thank you so much. Okay, runway side. Landing. Okay, all lights to on. Yeah, this was supposed to be a little bit before, but that's fine. Okay, so there we go.
500 feet.
Thank you. Auto throttle goes off. Autopilot goes off.
Autopilot off.
Thank you. Full reverse.
Speed brake up.
Thank you.
Reverser's normal.
Thanks. Manual brakes.
Auto brake, disarm.
Thank you. Idle reverse. We go on the next one. This one is really short.
"60 knots.
Thank you. Ground speed is already 35. We can vacate to the right. Take the reverses out. And now it's raining. Set wipers on. Thank you. Okay. Retracting speed brake. He's doing the after landing for us.
Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe.
So we'll be continue on this taxiway.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Okay. Speed brake is retracted and then the weather radar is on. Let's see what he did. Okay, he took the landing lights out. Engine start switches also out. Strobo lights, he took it out as well. Flaps, he's taking the trim to 5. Hey, it's good enough, it's good enough. That is the position, don't worry. Hey, my friend. So this one I'm going to take it out. Because I'm waiting him to set the transponder to transponder. Why he's taking all the way to up, I have no clue. Okay, so we are going to cross the runway. After crossing, we are going to take right. Oh, my friend, he's still dealing with this. Oh, finally. And then transponder to transponder. Okay, that's something that I'm going to change. And I can ask him to start the APU.
Starting the APU.
Thank you. He's from Bahia. Needs more time to catch the checklist. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know about the checklist itself, but this stream was very, very slow. Actually, it would be better to set the trim with the electric trim, not the way he did it. But anyway, let's open the GSX here. And we need to go alpha. I select alpha 15. Alpha 15. So I need show me this spot and activate. Yep, that's the one. And we need, we are flying with Southwest, so why not Southwest? Here only United. Okay, 3 minutes, thank you so much. So let's take Dinata.
APU on the buses.
Okay, so it's going to be only left turns. Shut down engine number 1. Please. May I have to ask you, please? Shut down engine number 1. Why he's not doing it? Maybe we can only shut down the right one and not the left. That's a mistake that I have to ask FS2CREW panel, which is engine down. Okay, let me try number 2. Shut down engine number 2.
Engine start lever number 2 confirmed.
Confirmed.
Cut off.
Okay, and also the confirmed, which is on ground, we don't have to do. Okay. Set wipers to park. Set wipers to park. Set wipers off. Okay, off, he understood. Which is good, which is good. So let's just make sure we are going to the right place. So we'll need to go here. Join somewhere to Delta Alpha to park at this place. So we continue after the turn, we take Delta Bravo, then Alpha, then Delta Alpha. Still a long taxi. So I'm going to increase the thrust on the engine. Leandro Pereira. I will read the message first in Portuguese, answer to him in Portuguese, and then I let you guys know in English what happened. Você tem algum vídeo de flows do 737? Leandro, todos os flows do 737 estão aí. Inclusive tem também um guia do 737 se você quiser voar o 737 sozinho, né? Se você não quiser voar share cockpit ou se você não quiser voar com o FS2CREW. Tem um guia aí também de como você vai fazer o seu voo sozinho, tá? É só procurar aí no canal como guia do 737 e tem a playlist de treinamento do 737 que tem todos os flows. So guys, here Leandro Pereira asked if I have videos about the flows on the 737, if I have any of them, and I just replied that I have all of them. So not only the flows, but I also have a guide that you can use to fly the 737 alone. So if you go to the videos that I show on the training, 737 training, or you are going to have all the flows, all the procedures on the 737, including a document with the captain and first officer flows. Okay, not only the video itself, but the document with the flows. And I also have a 737 guide that is going to allow you to fly the 737 following the flows and real world procedure as one pilot. So I adapt then in this case slightly the Boeing procedures to be used by one pilot only, instead of sharing the actions like I'm doing today with FS2CREW. Okay, so these two options are available. Beleza, Leandro? Só procurar aí no canal treinamento do 737 que você vai achar. Tá bom? So here we are turning left and our position is that one. Another thing that FS2CREW asks is that we say lights and doors when we are approaching the gate. So it's going to turn off the lights, and also is going to ask cabin crew to disarm the doors. This is not something that we do in Go when I was flying Go. This is not the time that we do in the company that I'm currently flying. We ask cabin crew to disarm doors when we are at the gate. Okay, when we stop, then we ask them to disarm, and then we continue with the shutdown flow. So both ways they are a little bit weird, I have to say, but basically I'm going to do it today, these lights and doors, just for FS2CREW to finish this flight with us. Okay, so I'm cutting the side here. Going left and then right here. Hello Stefan, how are you? Still good? Yeah. Okay. So we'll be arriving here to the left. So Alpha 15 is all the way there. And I'm supposed to tell him now. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Let's see if we have a marshaller today. Most probably yes. Going to slow down, especially because it's wet. I don't see the marshaller. Do you guys see the marshaller here? I don't. I will do based on the bridge. Okay, let's stop right here. Let's see outside if we did a good stop. Yeah, we could go a little bit more, but this is the right place for the engine. Okay, I don't know why the marshaller is not here. Maybe he's afraid of the rain. So, I don't know. So, yeah, parking brake is set. APU is on the bus. So, fuel control switch off. Engine start switches to I to cut off. And my flight director goes off. Let's see if he does his flight director as well. He's selecting back to 10,000. Speed to 100. Okay, speed 100 is nice. The altitude to 10,000 is too much. Flight director off is fine. Again, this stream. Okay, so trim. No, after landing is something that we have to discuss with the FS2CREW guy. So because now he's going to set the correct 1 to 5 units, I think. So it's going to take a while. And I have to wait him to finish this so he can take our transponder to standby and finish his flow. Yep. It's raining. Marshall is inside terminal buying some coffee. Yeah, pretty sure about that. That's the problem when you don't have a profile for the GSX. Okay, it was supposed to be 5. Now it's more than 5. I'm still waiting Stefan to finish his job. I don't really know what happened. Let's wait. Man, this is my first FO ever, and I don't like him. Very, very slow. What are you doing, my friend? 5 units is enough. You went all the way down, sorry, up first, and now you're going all the way down for no reason. And I think I tick for the FO not to do the trim. Which is not even part of the Boeing NOP. Come on, my friend. Imagine if the passengers would be waiting all this long for you. Because we didn't start the disembarkation yet. Yeah, he doesn't care about the position. Yeah, all the way up, now all the way down. Makes no sense. Transponder, okay, finally. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Off. Probe heat. Auto. Hydraulic panel. Set. Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Very nice. So they are asking for disembarkation. Why? So maybe if I select this, there is another thing that I can do here on the setup is detect parking position. Yeah, so it didn't work automatically, so I'm going to go through GSX and we were here, Alpha 15. Marshaller has been dispatched on site. I don't care, I'm already here. I shut down the engines, yes I did. They are off. That wasn't a very good parking, says GSX. Okay. Because I didn't have a marshaller. So, because this was not a very good parking, I cannot start. So, Alpha 12, so sorry, Alpha, one more time, 15. Just swap me there. So, they want me to do like this. Makes no sense. Makes no sense for my standard position. You see where is the tug? On top of the terminal. Okay, anyway. Then if I'm at the right place, I can request deboarding. And they are going to connect to the here. Yeah, so I really need an profile for this. So they are going to disembark from the rear with stairs, a bridge on top of the wing and everything else. Okay, so sorry guys, this is not FS2CREW, this is GSX, but I do not have scenario for Kennedy, I do not have GSX profile for Kennedy, so don't worry. So request the ground power. Yes. Can I complete the flow and ask for secure? I think I can. So let me see how it works. I need to ask him to secure the airplane. So let's see what he does. So the command again is secure the aircraft, please. Okay, he's working fine. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist. IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
Thank you. So maybe we would ask for also electrical power down. Let's see if FS2CREW guys can do the electrical power down for us. In this case, I will ask, can I ask to set the ground power? Let me see, guys. On the overhead, so we cannot ask for the GPU. Yeah, I cannot ask for the GPU for him to do the power down for us, but yeah. So I just select the ground power and I will say turn off the APU.
APU going off.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, now the APU is off. Let's assume that all passengers disembark, so we can take ground power also to off and battery to off. And here we are. Power down is complete. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. I hope you guys enjoyed this FS2CREW. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to focus first on the 777 and some changes to the 777 SOP. So when they release the 777 to the Microsoft Flight Simulator, we'll have something really close to the Boeing procedures. And then if I have time, I will ask them about some modifications on this NOP, on this SOP1 by Boeing, because there are a couple of things that by Boeing I'm going to show them that they do slightly different. Okay, so guys, thank you so much once again for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.